Thank you for joining us. Today we're going to cover how to create a projection in hospitaltco.com. Whenever you log into the system, you'll be taken to the My Projections page. If you haven't created any projections yet, you'll see this dialog that explains how to get started. To create a new projection, just give the projection a name, enter your organization's cost of capital, and select the kind of healthcare IT system you'll be evaluating. The last question asks whether you'd like to break out your projection into multiple modules or just create a single overview. For now, we'll stick with the overview and click Get Started. Now it's time to enter your costing data. The costing model you see on this page is the healthcare industry's most comprehensive and has been vetted by dozens of hospital CFOs. So in most cases, you'll be fine to simply enter figures in the fields below. However, you do have the option of adding to this model by clicking Add Cost. Simply give the new cost a name, indicate whether it's a one-time or recurring cost, and click Add Cost. Now let's take a moment and add some costs to the projection. You'll notice that with each number I add, the total cost begins to tally on the digital display at the top right of the page. If I click the display, I can also see a graphical view of the total cost over a 10-year period. Most of the fields in the model just require a dollar figure. But some also ask you to select the year in which the cost will be accrued. Perhaps we plan to add mobile capabilities in year 3 of the deployment. Now when you look at our TCO graph, you can see a bump in the 3rd year. Now let's take a moment and add the rest of our costs. Now that we're through entering the costs, let's go check out the overview page. At the top of the projection overview page, you can see 2 digital displays that provide the bottom line, so to speak. On the left is the 10-year total cost of ownership, and on the right is the TCO reflected as a net present value. The cash flow graph shows both the annual costs and the total cost of ownership for each year. Every data point on the graph can be clicked to see more detail. Moving down the page, we see a breakout of cost categories as well as the costs in year 1 versus the next 9. Once again, every data point can be clicked to dive deeper into each segment. The final section of the overview page is essentially an online spreadsheet that allows you to make minor adjustments to every element of the costing model. For instance, perhaps you're considering a major integration project in year 5 of your EHR implementation. Adding that cost immediately adjusts the total cost of ownership projection. The last item to point out on the overview page is the export link. Use that link to generate a PDF version of the projection that you can share with your colleagues. The next time you return to hospitaltco.com, your projection will be listed on the My Projections page. And if you ever have questions or feedback on the product, don't hesitate to use the feedback and support tool along the left. We'd love to hear from you.